Okay, so I'm going to put this through the John decoder, which actually sounds like this. Beep boop bop boop beep boop boop. And welcome to our Big Brother Canada 5 post-eviction show recap. I'm calling it a discussion show where John is learning sign language, apparently. Now, what John is probably telling you is that if you guys want to see any of our past episodes back, you can check them all out at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. See our shows and our blog posts and our spoiler sheets. Everything is up over there. And we'll also let you know who won HOH tonight. We will. At the end of this episode, we'll let you know who won HOH. Also, you have until morning. You have until morning to tweet me your questions for Dallas using hashtag YRLive, and I will pick the best ones. What are the best ones? I'll pick the best ones to ask Dallas. So, tweet me those questions using hashtag YRRLive. Of course, if you have any Amazon.com shopping to do, you can do that at yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. What do you buy on Amazon, John?
I buy all kinds of stuff.
Great.
But I haven't since Christmas, since I used the link at yourrealityrecaps.com.
Brilliant. You can also get a free audiobook if you go to yourrealityrecaps.com/audible, which is another great way to support our shows for free. But maybe you guys want to become a patron and get access to the patron-only Facebook group and shows just for patrons and your questions asked to reality stars, and it really helps support our shows, and it'll help get us to Canada in the backyard. It'll help us get there if you become a patron, or you can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. John, what did you think of tonight's episode?
I was not surprised.
You were not surprised?
The only thing that surprised me was Ika's eyebrows, thinking those looked good. That was it.
Now, are you surprised that Gary, a fellow gay, did this to Ika's face?
I'm not surprised, but Ika, I may not care for her that much, but she is gorgeous. And, she shouldn't look like a drag queen. If she's a drag queen, then great.
Why don't you care for Ika?
I don't like her attitude.
You don't like her attitude?
No, I don't. I think she thinks she does stuff, like in her diary room. She's like, are any vets gone? No, because of me. No, it's not because of you. No, she's tagging along with some of the stronger vets. But no, I don't think she's done anything.
You should watch the feed some more.
I don't need to. I'm seeing enough.
You know what people do need to do? Speaking of things people need to do and not do, people need to share the show. So if you're here right now, click on the square, megaphone, or up arrow and share that show to let people know you're here. You get 350 coins, and it lets you use the fun stickers if you do, and subscribe since you're here on You Now as well. When you subscribe, you are notified every single time we go live. So become a fan, the little man, share the show, do it. And of course, if you guys have any questions or comments about what you guys thought about the show, you can tweet us those as well now using hashtag YRRLive, and I will pull them up. Now, John, you don't need to tweet it, John.
Oh, I don't?
No, you don't.
I just did.
You're here. You're doing the show, honey.
I don't care.
You're on the show.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Now wants to hear you smashing your keys.
Don't.
Now, I only follow 3 people and they're here already. It's okay, Christine B. It helps us. We had a theory last season, John, and I think you had this theory too on your season, that Arissa dresses based on the person who is being evicted that night. This is a loose theory that I think Dana came up with.
Dana came up with it.
Now, if that is true, then I think Arissa's kind of tank toppy, white trashy top could have been alluding to a Dallas eviction.
Or is it the colors of Dallas?
Red with rage and black with his heart. A red and black heart.
Smoky eye type of rage eye. Banging pans colors.
Now, they did not show a lot on tonight's episode.
No.
Let's talk about this banging of pots and pans. Dallas went a little crazy yesterday. He did a little banging of pots and pans, reminiscent of Evil Dick.
Yeah.
He also didn't...
Dumping out shampoo all over the kitchen. And I think that if anybody who was tossing and turning, we kind of know Gary was tossing and turning a little bit. Ika and Cass were trying to switch it over a little bit, that we just needed maybe like 6 votes or whatever, 6 or 7. And I think that just blew it. Everybody, including Gary, is just like, oh, hell no. This is bullshit. We have to clean it up.
They do have to clean it up. But I feel like... I don't know what Dallas was trying to achieve. I also, we saw earlier in the episode tonight, but we also talked about it on our spoiler show, which I should point out, everyone. If you want to find out all the stuff from a Wednesday and Thursday episode early, John and I are filling you guys in on Mondays. We know all the scoop on Mondays. So we kind of talked about it a little bit on Monday. But, Emily's plan was really brilliant to make Dallas look bad this week.
But on the spoiler show, you said it wasn't a good plan.
No, and now I think it was.
Isn't that interesting? And now, when I talked about Dylan and Dallas fighting, and I thought it was really bad because Dylan looked bad, now that I know all the circumstances from tonight's episode, because we don't see everything on the feeds,
no,
Dylan didn't look bad. He didn't overreact. So, yeah.
Oh, Amy in the chat room is saying you bought the edit, Eric. No, I do know. I'm not saying I bought the edit, but I still maintain it could come back to bite Emily in the butt if it comes out. But as far as this week, it doesn't change the fact that what Emily did this week did get a little bit those vets questioning Dallas's sincerity in the beginning. Like, it still doesn't change what happened.
Here's what I know, and that's the thing, too. I mean, Dallas, I think, tried everything he could. He tried to have a vet meeting. That didn't work. Kevin, I don't know why maybe Kevin isn't attracted to Dallas. I don't know what Dallas did to rub Kevin the wrong way. I don't understand why, Ika and Cass's feedback at the table with Dallas was, listen, you went over to the newbies, but you never came back and checked in. So we weren't sure where you were. And that's why you're kind of at odds with most of the vets. Then he brought them all together in a meeting. Listen, I'm checking in. I messed up. Blah, blah, blah. I'm here now. We need to stick together. And then Kevin's like folding his underwear. And it's just, what did Dallas do to Kevin? I don't understand. And maybe I missed it because I don't watch the feeds.
The vets, you are watching the feeds. You just didn't this week. The vets.
Right.
Were unhappy with Dallas in general for not checking in or not being in a lot of the conversations. Yeah, he went home because of Dimitri's stupid alliance with the vets, Steffi says. And Dallas went home solely because he was Cass's number 1, and they couldn't take her out. This does go back to what we were saying on the spoiler show as well. All of the vets are kind of against Cassandra and Dallas. And Ika is kind of being a little two-faced because she's acting like she's so devastated that Dallas is going home, and she's acting like, you know, she's there for them, but she's not.
Kevin, you stop folding that underwear. He deserves better than this. She walks out, and he's like, we're not done with the meeting. She just walks out. Like, what a nut.
Dancing Amy says, and Ika wanted to flip the house this morning. I don't think Ika does not know what she's doing from moment to moment in that house. I don't think she does. I think she kind of she likes the drama. I don't like her.
That's why she just drives me nuts. It's why I'm not a fan. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's kind of just from one to the other. She's like a chameleon, you know? She walks into a room and she's red, and then she walks into another group and she's green. And it's like, what are you?
Making good television.
She is with the drama. Absolutely. I'll give her that. But Omarosa did the same thing on Apprentice. So she's
production's pet. Like I'm telling you, she is there to... She is there to, I think, make good feeds and make a good show. So what did you think going back earlier in tonight's, episode? We got to see a lot of the stuff. I know your camera's great. Jesus is coming.
So hot in here.
Is the alien probing you?
I'm on the sun, everybody.
We're going with the futuristic theme. The alien is clearly probing you right now.
I need a darker back. Should I turn this off? Would that be better?
Sure, go ahead. Give it a whirl. There you go.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, light colors don't go well behind you with the camera.
I'm too white. How about this?
I liked it better with your light on.
How about this?
No, don't do that. Is Dallas with you? No, Dallas is not with us, but Dallas will be with us next week. I can guarantee you that.
I'm Dallas.
Ika was called to the DR 3 times this morning because I think production wanted Dallas to say. Of course production wants Dallas to say. Production wants all the vets to stay. Allegedly, they paid them to come. Who do you think they want to stay? The people they paid them
more to come, yeah.
Yeah, do you think they want the people that they paid to be there, or the people they're not having to pay to be there? That's why I say if you get asked back to an all-star season, you're stupid if you don't go. Like here in the United States, you get like 25,000. Just go and get yourself evicted first week.
A week?
No, not a week. You get paid. Like here in America, if you get asked back, you usually get like 25,000. So I would never understand somebody that says I won't go back and play. Just go back, make really good television for 1 week, guarantee yourself getting evicted, and you just made $25,000 in a week. What are you doing?
Yeah, it is like 25, yeah.
What's like 25?
You're right. I was doing the math as you were talking, and you are correct.
The math of what? It's only one number.
But no, they get it on weekly installments as long as they stay in the house. So if they kind of go towards the end, then yes, it adds up to about $25,000 being a vet. You're right.
They get it just for coming on, just walking in the door, and they get another bonus if they make it to jury.
Oh, so it's not a weekly stipend like a newbie would have.
No. Hence my point. I don't understand why they don't just come back, make good feeds for a week, guarantee themselves getting evicted, and leave with their check.
So dumb.
So dumb. John is hatching a plan. John is hatching a plan. Signing bonus. Yes, it is a signing. It's a signing bonus plus stipend. Yeah, they also get their stipend as well. That is true. They also do get their stipend as well. Here in America, I don't know the way that it works over there.
In Canada, yeah.
In Canada. But going back to earlier in the week, one of the feed blackouts, we came back watching everyone cleaning with toothbrushes. What did you think of this taste test challenge? We know that you are one who loves to fake a taste testing challenge. So
I was imagining, because if it was you and I paired up, I would be the one eating it, but I would love to just blow it in your face.
I would have been Jackie. I would have been dry heaving Jackie. I would have been like, I would have been like, don't eat it.
I would have the blue egg, exactly, Maximus' mom. I would have eaten I would have had to eat all of it, yeah. But we would have won because I would be
I
we
don't.
we would have Morse code. Like even though you're blindfolded, like we would have Morse code.
No, we wouldn't. You want to see how this challenge would go? Go ahead, and we're gonna start the challenge. So ready? Okay. You guys have to pick who's eating and smelling. John, what do you want to do?
I'll eat.
And you're gonna breathe it in my face?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. Hey, John, guess what? The prize for this challenge is just to go have dinner in the backyard, so we're not doing it. So you can eat or not eat. I don't give a shit. And when you come and blow in my face, I'm just going to pretend like I'm smelling. Because at the end of the day, I'm good. I can eat in the kitchen instead of the backyard.
No, because we would want to win the challenge, because then that way we could sit in the backyard at our own table and do our own recap on the feeds.
You know when else we could do that? Any time in the day.
But it would be more romantic.
If you say so. Like, I could see if it was for an HOH, or if it was for some luxury prize, or for cash, but it was like, you get to go eat in the backyard. Oh, true. Steffi brings up a good point. It would have been important for the people on Slop to be able to eat regular food, so that's true. Cassandra was one of the people on Slop, so that was beneficial for her. I didn't really think any of the food was that gross except the crickets. And how would people know what
that gross?
How would people know what crickets smell like?
That's true. That's a really good point.
And how does Dallas not know the difference between beets and garlic? And if you're brushing your teeth with Crest and then Listerining after and slapping on a white strip, I'm pretty sure anything you eat is going to smell and taste like Crest toothpaste.
And it's going to even be grosser the next thing you have to put in your mouth.
Yeah.
That's even worse. Yeah, they might as well drink orange juice after brushing their teeth.
It's like minty boiled eggs. Like, minty... No.
I love Jimmy Cricket cologne. Jiminy Cricket cologne.
Maybe Netta's breath smelled like garlic already. True, maybe it did. Is there a possibility of one of the evicted to return to the game, asked our town. No. I'm going to say no.
Bye-bye, Dallas. Maybe we'll see him on the next season of Dallas Housewives.
That's a little on the nose. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Dallas will definitely be on this show, probably early next week. Thank God someone's been evicted whose cell phone number I have. I don't have to play begging for Mark's attention game on Twitter.
Have we still got him?
No, he doesn't do anything. He tweets like once a day. Like, he seems very unhappy with his turnout. And I don't understand, Mark. I'm here.
I don't know if he's aware of how his turnout was.
I just want you to come on the show without your shirt on and flirt with us.
I don't think Mark is that deep. I don't think he really understands things.
See, Mark, and by the way, John won't be on that show. It's just me and you. Okay? I want to put you over there. Actually, you'll be over here, Mark.
Yes, Eric will be here because we'll have to see more of Mark, right?
Oh, we'll have to see a lot more of Mark.
Mm.
Kelly says Mark is lame sauce. No. Well, look, the best thing that you guys can always do is tweet him.
You're right, Kelly. You're right.
You want him to come on the show? Tweet him. Tweet him at MarkBBCan5 and say, when you going on Reality Recap Show? Help us out.
I can't wait because I have a bunch of gym questions that I would love answered.
Jim,
yeah.
Debbie Dawn.
Exercise working out questions because he was the first one out, so I don't have a lot of Big Brother questions for him.
Debbie Dawn says, insult him and maybe he'll answer you.
Mm-hmm.
Is he one of those? He only replies to the negative tweets? I hope not. But either way, Dallas will definitely be on because I know that Dallas is a fan. So no, I don't think any of that stuff was that gross. I agree with you. You would have been the taster, and I would have been the smeller. But I can tell you, I would have just fake smelled. Now, I feel we are the two people best qualified, John, to discuss this, where I don't think other shows could discuss it as seriously as you and I could have this conversation.
That we're very serious here at Reality Recaps. Yes, go ahead.
I am
serious journalists.
Oh, and I am being serious.
I know you
I
are.
think we have something to offer that no one else is going to be able to discuss how we are. And if they do, we're going to shame
Right.
them. We're going to gay shame them if they
Right.
do.
Oh, good, good. Oh, I love it.
What are your thoughts? And I'll let you go first so I can take the opposite. What are your thoughts on straight, air quotes, Kevin, pretending to have feelings for William in order to help his game? So we saw in tonight's episode Kevin saying, yeah, I don't have a problem pretending like I have a crush on William or flirting with him or doing whatever I gotta do with his emotions as a straight man to get me further in the game. Is that wrong or right, John?
Listen, I don't understand it because, in his season that I covered with Dana, he did it with Johnny, and who we need to have on this show.
Yep.
I would love to hear Johnny's perspective on this. But then he ended up in a showmance with, oh, I forgot her name. Her name's on the tip of my tongue.
Who Kevin?
Brazilian.
You're talking about who Kevin had a relationship
Who
with.
Kevin did, yes.
Oh my God. I'm sure the chat room will tell us.
I can't either. But he's obviously bisexual. Pilar, yes. He's obviously bisexual. But I think as far as allegedly. Allegedly, yeah, okay. But I think as far as a game move, I don't know how far he's willing to take it with William. And I think if he's doing it for his game, he's going to have to end up not putting out or touching the end of the penis or anything. And then William is very French, very dramatic, is going to be pissed off. And so I think that once that happens, he's going to create an enemy he didn't need in the house. So I think it's bad.
Well, according to William on the live feeds was claiming that more stuff was happening under the covers than what Kevin alleges happened. But William on the feeds also says he's aware that Kevin is using him and he's using him right back. Now, that's not really what the edit tonight portrayed.
Right. But I still think even if William knows he's being used, still once that kind of severs, he's going to create an enemy that he didn't have before. So I think it's a bad game move.
Rash's Fun World says he's more pansexual, meaning greedy. Now,
I love that.
Good game move or bad game move. I'm glad that I know how you stand on a game level. I'm not talking on a game level. I'm talking as a fellow gay. You are a fellow gay John Richardson.
Yes.
And there is a straight man pretending to have feelings for you in order to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel?
And I'm single.
And you're single, obviously.
Okay.
And in this alternate reality, have someone that is trying.
And he's cute.
Right.
Cute. I'm single. I'm in a house with strangers. I'm laying there. I'm being used. What do I do? What do I do?
Right.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah. How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel beautiful.
Wow. I don't think it's right. And I think Kevin is a horrible human being. And I think him using William is just another way that he uses fans or doesn't use fans because he doesn't even associate with fans. And I think Kevin is all about Kevin.
Listen, Kevin's a busy guy. He's a poker player. He travels to Reno, Nevada. He travels to Toronto. He travels
on the Hershey Highway.
And now we know the Hershey High. Well, now we're definitely know that he's bi or pan or can. I don't know. But yes. I want to know what Pilar thinks. She kind of had something with him outside the house. Was she aware of this? Did she think, when he was with Johnny on season 3, it didn't really look as intimate as it does this season? So I think as the girl in the relationship, is she like, well, what the hell is going on? Boy, did I make a good move? Oh, I think I did because we're not together anymore. Yeah.
Do you think that she would come on and spill the tea on him? I wonder if she would. I have a feeling she's not the type that would just come on and be like,
She's not. She's not. She's super sweet. super nice. I don't think she would do anything to be mean. I, on the other hand, would.
Maximus' mom says, Viva la France, Kevin is confused.
I don't think he's confused. I think he knows what he's doing. And I think that he knows he's cute. And he is cute because I've stood right in front of him and interviewed him.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah. And I think he knows exactly what he's doing. And I think that, with buys, it just doesn't matter. I mean, when you kind of look around the house and you see the women kind of being aggressive, but you've got sweet little skinny French William just laying there all pouty, then yeah, okay, that's the one. That's the one I'm going to get on my side. Everyone's going for the muscle and the Dylans and the Dallases. I'm going to get little Frenchie to maneuver the house Andy style, right?
Mhm.
So yeah.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Darn it. New Jersey Girl said he is a will do anything for attention sexual in the chat room. Wolf Spirit says playing with one's emotions is bad.
Playing with one's is bad. That you don't know.
And it doesn't feel good at all. Sinatra's mom says Kevin is...
But he knows it. Doesn't matter. He knows he's being played.
I would like
is it bad if you know it and then you continue, you make the decision to continue to play with each other?
Right. I agree with that.
Everyone's consenting, yeah.
Sinatra's mom, emphasis on the word
I love Sinatra's.
Mom, okay? We're emphasizing mom. She says, Kevin is so bow-legged he can barely walk. For a reason.
Yeah.
Sinatra's
I see that.
mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's happening on these live feeds.
Goodness, what are you watching?
He straight up said he was playing with William's emotions, says Becca. Right, but I mean, William also said he's aware that he's being played by Kevin and he's doing the same thing. So
listen, I love William, first of all. And I think William is smart. And I think William knows the caliber of man that's attracted to him and the ones you can get and the ones that you can't get. And I don't think Kevin is in that caliber. So when that caliber is flirting with you and just sitting there, I just want to say, I think you're cute. you know. I mean, I don't think William's stupid.
Okay, so I'm going to put this through the John decoder, which actually sounds like this. Beep boop bop boop beep boop boop. Basically what John just said is William's not attractive and he's happy that any semi-good looking person, which is what John considers Kevin to be, would actually lay near him. So William is just going along with it because the hideous ogre that he is just happy to have a mildly good looking person next to him in bed.
I think I said it in lesser words. Your translator's off.
No, I think that I got it loud and clear. I don't know if the chat room got it, so I'm making sure.
William isn't dumb, and William knows, and we know it from the feeds. So good for William. Good for being smart.
Kevin to William, draw me like one of your French girls.
Draw me with the necklace on, Rose. Draw me with the necklace on.
Says Kelly in the chat room. I noticed William minding his business and Kevin being thirsty.
Oh, well, thirsty. It's a little too much. I mean, even if you were sitting there flirting, going, I think you're cute and stuff, Kevin's really into it. You know what I mean? Like he's really into it. So,
well, I think Kevin, in the outside world, is very private, as we say. Oh, yeah. It is a quality that I don't. Yeah. I mean, I do respect. Look, they don't owe us anything, so I'm not saying he owes us anything. I just gravitate more to the Big Brother players that interact with fans and give back to fans and stuff like that. But I think it must be hard for him to not be on the DL in the house like he might be in the real world.
Why he might be on the DL in the real world. I think maybe this is what we're seeing is what's out there. I mean, he doesn't interact very much. We like the ones that interact, even if they're bitchy and mean to the fans. At least they're interacting. We know they're awful. So to not really interact, seeing what happened in his season was confusing for us. But now I don't think we're that confused.
Joseph L in the chat room says, I'm with John. William knows he could never have Kevin in real life, so he's gonna
It's
roll
not
with
what
it.
I said. That was the translation was off.
That is what you said. Lost in Cruz says, if the U.S. has Zanky, does that mean that Canada gets Killam?
I think Zach and Kevin should be in the house together. See what happens.
Oh Lord, that would be interesting, actually.
Pink hat and blue balls. There you go.
Pink? You mean? Oh, you did say Zach.
Pink
Pink hat, blue balls. Okay,
Pink
that's
hat,
the new one.
Yeah.
That is a new one. So yeah, I going back to where we started this whole conversation, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Kind of like what you said, game is game. They both know they're using each other, but at this point, I both kind of like them. If I hated Kevin or I hated William, I would have went in for the kill on this one,
Right.
But I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put a muzzle in his mouth, says Samantha. Now, what did you think?
Cricket.
What did you think of the speeches tonight? What did you think of Dallas's speech and Emily's speech? Where Emily was very much like, I am here and I'm Emily. That was basically her plea to the house. Whereas Dallas's plea to the house was, Cindy with an S is a snake.
I know, a snake. Total snake. And I loved how he was talking to Arissa about it, because she was even kind of confused about it. And yeah, she is kind of a snake. She's got, made up dance moves, and that's what she did. She had to get positive vibes going, so she was doing her dance moves, remember, on the feeds. And these are my own moves, and I'm not copying anybody, because I gotta get the positive energy going. Yeah, she just danced like a snake.
Yeah, she was doing Britney meets Beyonce. Like, she was Genie in a bottling it. I mean, that was an original Cindy with an S.
It wasn't, and it was dated if they're original, okay?
That was like, what was that show? It used to be on, it was kind of like Saturday Night Live. With Keenan Ivory Wayans. Remember when they had like the girls
in Living Color?
In Living Color, she was like an In Living Color dancer
with J-Lo. Yeah,
right. That's exactly what she was.
Fly girl. She was a fly girl.
She was a fly girl. That's what I was looking for. Sydney was a fly girl. Like, why are we acting like you made up these moves? Like, she's like, I'm gonna be on So You Think You Can Dance this season. I'm a choreographer. Like, you did this one. Like, I can't do it because I can only actually move my shoulders on this show. So I can't really do it good. But John is so up on the feeds now, says Little Big Red. I know.
Okay.
I can't with the dancing. She should be tripped. Okay, interesting. But yeah, I mean, here's what scares me about him, Dallas, giving Sydney the title of Snake. The last time we saw someone get the Snake title, it was our girl Nicole, winner of Big Brother 18.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I don't really want Sydney to be the winner of Big Brother Canada. But that being said, I'm also not hating Cindy. Not hating her.
No, I don't hate her. She's annoying. She's like that annoying, friend of a friend. It's like, oh, really? You have to bring her? So does she have to dance? So, but I don't hate her. And I think that if it's true what Dallas says, then I think Cindy is doing a great job and good for her gameplay. Absolutely.
Sydney is, I swear I don't mean to say Sydney. It's my tongue. I can't help it. Yeah. Everyone I understand, it's Cindy. My tongue doesn't work. It bounces off the roof of my mouth.
We know what you mean.
I guess I know we do.
Rod Carlson. Stop explaining.
Rod Carlson.
Stop explaining, Ralph.
Now,
Stop explaining.
We talked about Dallas's fight that he had with Dylan, part 1, on the spoiler show. We also got to see a little bit more of part 2 on tonight's show, where he continued it more. I was surprised with, because obviously we know Dallas went unanimously 12-0. I was surprised seeing how nice Dylan was in his goodbye message to Dallas. I thought he would have been more like, it's over, you're dead to me.
Well, like I've said, Canadians are nicer than Americans. I mean, at the end of the day, I think he kind of had a side conversation and went nothing personal. It's a game. And, even on the feet, when they got into that argument and everything, he was just saying, I need to get away from you. And this is how I'm doing it. And da 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 da. So I think Dylan understood that. And I think that, at the end of the day, it is just a game. It was so nice for him sitting there with Arissa to say, you know what, I can totally see myself hanging out with him. And then to hear Dylan say that too, I thought it was so sweet. Because at the end of the day, they're not holding grudges like, these American Big Brother house guests do.
What did you think of Karen's goodbye messages when she goes, up, I hope they give you their chance?
Okay, Karen is so funny, but is so full of herself. My God. Don't sit there and talk about other people's game moves when you put up two newbies, when you get HOH. She is, she's right about what she says, but she's following in their footsteps. And someone needs to check mom. Okay? Check mom.
Boop, 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 boop. Hold on. I'm calling last week's show. Hey, last week's show. Remember when John said that she should have put up the newbies? Yeah, me too. Now you're arguing my point?
What? He's saying that in the future? Damn him!
That was my whole point, is that she was stupid for not putting up vets, and you were like, no, that was such a smart move.
I'm reiterating. I'm agreeing with you for once.
Mm-hmm.
Take the compliment.
No, I won't take the compliment.
You take it.
The only reason I'm glad Dylan stayed is because I have him in my trash draft. Yeah, well, that is good. If you're getting trash draft points for the people staying, then that is good. Karen is giving us, right, we did not talk about this at all. She's giving us real housewife tax evasion. Do you not think that she looks exactly like Vicky Gunvalson at times?
I know, I guess not, because I never thought about it.
You need to look at some of the screen grabs. I even tweeted one on the last show where she looks exactly like Vicky. There are times when she makes faces and
hilarious.
It is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Vicky. Now, not in this picture. Not in this picture of her from tonight, which I like to call hashtag that's racist.
I should have put mine on before I got on the show.
Yeah, you'll if you're only listening to the audio back on this, you definitely are missing a lot by not watching the video, like the whole intro with John. Yeah, she does look a lot like Vicky. She does. She really does look.
No, I totally see that. Yeah,
a lot like Vicky. I know a lot of people wanted to know, John, what did you think of the Oreo challenge on last night's episode?
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Would you want to be dressed as a big giant Oreo having milk dumped all over you? Well, you have to squeeze the milk out into a big container.
Well, I've been in worse situations, but what I loved was when they were cupping it to try to get more milk in the Oreo, and you could see their crotches were just it was so tight and then soaked with milk, and even Karen. I loved seeing Karen laying on top of that thing looking like a dead Oreo, just like a waterlogged Oreo.
She was very reminiscent of one of my all-time favorite Big Brother US players for comic relief, Kathy. Do you remember Kathy from Big Brother 12 with Reagan and Brittany? She was the cop. She was the one who would do stuff like get stuck in the caramel, and she would always talk about like how great she was, but she could never do anything, and she was always so exhausted all the time. She'd be like, "Oh, I just can't do it. I don't want to. I can't go into the caramel now, Reagan." Like
Well,
that.
just even seeing her side interviews, I just can't give up. I got to do this. And then you just see her laying there all waterlogged. And then, oh, this is a real physical challenge, but you know what? I never give up. And, I could be put on the block. No one's even after you. That's another thing with her game, that she's falling into the same thing with everybody. She thought, oh my gosh, Demetrius, whatever, is going to put me up since I put him up. She wasn't on anybody's radar and just was like, oh my gosh, let me just put this mask on. I'm going to hide. Oh my gosh. And then anyone that talked to her, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You think I'm going to buy this shit? No way.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like, you are just.
But I love her and don't want her to go anywhere because her one-liner's the best.
Too. Oh, I love her too. I don't want her to go anywhere.
At least Kathy has a badge. Yeah, well, at least Kathy had a badge. And Seattle Jen in the chat room says we need sponsors so that we can have free feeds. I don't know. I don't think sponsors are why they have free feeds, but yeah, I think they do have sponsors.
Can you imagine Karen being your real estate agent and having her show you houses and talk about how fucked up the tile is in the kitchen?
Okay, you're selling your house. Who do you want to be your real estate agent? Karen, Amanda, or Zach?
Oh, Karen. I love you, Amanda. I would want Amanda too, but Karen would get me the most money.
You think Karen would get you more money than Amanda?
God, I think so.
I think Amanda.
Oh God,
I think
I hope
it depends.
I don't get a text.
I think it depends who the buyer is. I think Amanda could get more money, but I agree with you.
But here's what I think. I mean, Amanda has got a real estate agency. She's a managing broker. She's got a lot of agents underneath her, and I just don't know. If Amanda was just mine, just working just for me, I could call her, I could text her. This is what I want. I think Amanda would be fantastic. But I think Amanda is more on managing brokers now. And I don't think Karen is. I think Karen would be my broker and would fight tooth and nail and cuss anybody out, any of the seller agent, to get me the best price.
She'd be like, your fucking tile has mold on it.
No, we're not waiving. We're not waiving the fucking inspection. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you. Look at that piece of shit fucking lawn. We don't know if your pipes are fucking leaking.
Oh, Karen. I'm sure she does curse when she's selling a house.
Oh my God. I would just want to go to open houses. Like, I would follow her and I'd go to open houses and I would say things to her sarcastically just to see if I could just get her to just start to cuss at me.
Lost and Can Cruise in the chat room says Karen would go all Nancy Grace. She'd have police reports and records of the past 5 owners.
Oh, totally.
She totally would.
And it would be papers. It wouldn't even be like on an iPad. Like, she would be shuffling through papers because she's old school, right?
Exactly. I love it. What did you think of the Young and the Restless? What did you
loved it.
Or was it called Young and the No, Young and
Reckless.
Young
and the Reckless.
And the Reckless. There was like a brief flash there for a moment of William, who was clearly gay, and then we saw Bruno walk in and he had like a rainbow shirt on, but that was it. They were not developing the gay storyline of Young and the Reckless.
I know. Why?
Because I have a feeling Bruno does a bad gay. I feel like Bruno would be like, oh, hey, and it would be like
offensive,
very offensive Bruno pretending to be gay, so I think they just had to cut the whole thing out.
Well, I was shocked we didn't see more, like, you know what I mean? I wanted more Gary too, not just the, drinking and then dying from a poison drink. Like, I wanted more. I saw Bruno, I was like, I wanted more. But you know what? I think you're absolutely right. And Cass, boy, she did really good. I mean, she got 2 scenes, right, that were in the show.
Well, are you surprised? I mean, give Cassandra a glass of wine. She'll do anything.
Oh, I love her already.
She is that Cassandra. It looked like it was pulled straight off a Drag Race task meeting. It's true. It was very Drag Race.
But it was better.
I mean, we're not gonna talk about it on this show, but I've talked about it before. There are a lot of parallels between Big Brother and Drag Race, and I feel Drag Race has borrowed a lot of Big Brother
Mhm.
things that they do between challenges, people popping out of Pandora's boxes, the way that they nominate, get rid
Yeah.
of people. There is a lot that I feel that they have taken from Big Brother. Anyway, not if you ask RuPaul, because she will cut you. She'll be
Well,
like, don't you
yeah.
come here for my culture.
Well, J.J. Abrams is putting together her life story, so we'll just see if it's on there.
Is J.J. Abrams putting together RuPaul's life story? That's
Yes.
interesting.
Mhm.
Netta actually looks like the girl that plays Lily on Young and the Restless. Ugh. Is that Eileen Davison? I hate her.
That's Ashley Abbott. No.
Okay, sorry. I like to just say how much I hate Eileen Davison just to
I
make you
love
angry.
her.
I know.
Love her, love her, love her.
I just do it to make you angry. That's interesting. But about Bruno can't even have a regular conversation with Gary.
What? Who can't? Who can't?
Bruno says Maximus' mom. That line that they had Netta do, John blew up her house like he blew up her game, says Crystal B. Yeah, I can't believe they had Netta read that line. I was like, it's a little interesting. And then Dre is like, Dre was the worst of the. I thought she would be great, but she was like,
Mm-hmm.
all you have left is this box from your burned down house. I was like, Dre, once more with feeling?
I know.
You're a little robotic.
Let me read that.
It was like it was written, like it must have been written on the top of that box for her.
It was,
like what they
yeah.
would say. I definitely liked it. I thought it was interesting. And then, of course, so then it ended with they needed to remember their lines for this HOH. So now, I don't know how you would have avoided it, but I'll just say if you don't want to know who wins HOH, you're gonna want to tune out now. But we have the exclusive for you over here. And it is, of course, Netta.
What?
Netta won HOH John.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna force her hand. You know, we were saying, or I was accusing Netta of sleeping through and not really doing anything. Okay, so now we haven't seen the second half yet. We have not seen the second half of this HOH yet.
No.
Do you think Netta won on purpose? Let's take our bets. Do you think Netta won this on purpose?
Yes.
Or do you think she threw it? Or was trying to throw it?
No.
Interesting. Chat room, what do you guys think? Do you think Netta was trying to win this one and trying to throw this one and won it on accident? Christine B is saying yes. CCU is saying yes.
I think she has to be able to account for big moves or comps that she won or HOHs that she won while she was safe. So when she's final two, that can be part of her argument. That's what I said last week, and I'm saying it again this week. And guess what? I'll say it again next week.
Well, Chad is agreeing with you. She wanted to win it. 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 It was on purpose. Irish Chick says, did you know John and Dylan are buddies? And Jackie said Cass should have won the comp. I guess you mean John from Big Brother and Dylan are buddies, and Jackie said Cass should have won the comp. No, not you, unless you know Dylan. Do you know Dylan?
I don't, but I know the Ginger Ninja.
I loved when Dallas called Dylan a knuckle dragger and then did the impression of him, and I was like, I never understood knuckle dragger until Dallas physically acted it out, and now I get it. He is kind of like a knuckle dragger. Dare I say Neanderthal? Dylan, Bruno has Dylan on Facebook. Interesting.
Oh, I'm gonna find out I am friends with Bruno on Facebook.
John, he tweeted about him before the show started. Ooh, interesting. Well, I'm sure a lot of them.
What?
I'm sure a lot of them knew who was coming on, or maybe it's not that ridiculous. He is the Big Brother Canada, heavyweight champion. So, if you're a guy in Big Brother, I would assume that you would be tweeting about your boxing champion. If it was me. So
Bruno and Dylan are friends? Is that what you're saying?
On Twitter, that's what we're being told, yes.
Oh, on Twitter, not on...
I mean, on Facebook. It was on Facebook, but whatever.
I don't see him and his friends.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Let me look. Let me double check and confirm. John... Oh, no. John and Dylan. So John from...
Oh, okay.
From the season before were friends.
Gotcha.
Hubby and I watched boxing and we didn't know who Dylan was. Oh, well, excuse us. Dylan said it on the live feeds. Okay, says Christine B. What do you think, as we have to start getting ready to wrap up now, but what do you think is the Netta's best move for this week? We know that she probably is going to target Cassandra, but do you think that is really her best move? Like, what do you want Netta to do this week?
I think she needs to get the vets back together, and I think that she needs to target 2 newbies.
Well, the vets kind of all are kind of all together, just only Cassandra is on the outs, but then yet doesn't really know it.
And I think one of the newbies should be Demetrius. I think she needs to sever Cassandra and Demetrius and get Cassandra back with her.
So if you are Cassandra, if you are Netta, who are you nominating?
I'm nominating Demetrius and...
I agree with that one.
Karen.
And Karen. And yes, I'm aware of that.
Or maybe even Emily, because I would want Demetrius to go home. Maybe I'd do Emily again.
Okay. Yes.
I take that back.
Okay. So wait. So who are your 2 again?
Demetrius and Emily. If I was Netta, I would vote. I would put on the block.
Okay, so now here's the problem with that. And yes, I knew that chat room. I just wanted to see who John was picking first. Netta is kind of sort of in an alliance with Demetrius right now. So she
only because he was HOH. He's sitting there in the have-not bone skeleton room going, I'm in with the vets. It's like, yeah, now because you're HOH, but he's not going to be HOH next week.
Yeah, I agree. I don't necessarily know that Netta is going to honor that. I have a feeling Netta is going to want to go after strong newbies over Cassandra. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I know she has been saying Cassandra.
And as a vet, I would want a vet to win at least, right? Because all the vets are getting second chances, whatever. Yeah, second chances. So I would at least want a vet to win if I was a vet.
Hooker Steven from the olden days. Hi, Hooker Steven. Says Netta is putting up Cass and Jackie, and Ed Rizzo seems to be confirming that as well. So that must be what's coming out from the feeds as of this moment. We all know nominations are not until tomorrow afternoon, and anything can change before tomorrow afternoon.
Absolutely. But that was what I would do if I was Netta. That was my opinion.
And I agree with you. If I was Netta and I wanted to make some big moves this week, I would agree. I would be trying to keep the vets intact for now. I would go after Dylan and Dimitri. I would put up 2 more strong vet guys.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep chipping away at the only people that are going to win stuff for the vets.
Yeah, I'd keep Karen around just for laughs and giggles.
No, you have to keep Karen around for laughs and giggles.
Mm-hmm.
It's confirmed. It is confirmed. You thought we weren't supposed to say. Oh, no, Seattle Jen. We were just saying when we, we're in the spoiler section now. We were saying before we get to spoiler sections, don't ruin stuff for people in the chat room. Wait until we say that we're in the spoilers section of the show and we can talk more spoilers. Why not Dylan? I don't know. Dylan was my choice. I did say Dylan. I think she should be going after Dylan and Demetrius. Yeah. That's who I think she should be going after. So I want to say before we wrap this show,
and I have announcements. So
you have announcements? Okay,
I do have announcements.
Well, then let me do this first. Number one, if you guys want me to ask your questions to Dallas tomorrow, I can take the 3 best ones. So tweet them to me now with hashtag OIRRLive. That is what you can do right there. If you want to see any of these past shows back, of course, they're all at yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. John and I will be doing spoiler show on Monday together, where we'll fill you in on everything from the week. And I will pop in when the feeds go down for comps this weekend, I believe. I think that's what my plan is. No, I'm going to say yes, that is what's happening factually. When the feeds go down for comps and noms, I will jump on to talk with you guys. John, what is your announcement?
So my announcement is I'm going to my mom's and I'm staying until Wednesday. So Monday I will be there and I will be doing the spoiler show just like we are here, except my background will be different.
Right.
Then on Tuesday, Reality Bites with Comedy Jonah will be with my mother. And my mother is a big Survivor fan, so we're going to talk a lot about Survivor. We're also going to keep the taco theme going because I did the taco stuffed peppers this week. So next Tuesday, we're doing Indian tacos because it's for Native American. And I don't have a recipe, but look it up. And so my mom will be making it and we'll be doing a split screen and we'll be talking all types of reality, but a lot of Survivor. So that should be fun.
So for the people that don't know what you're talking about, John has started doing a cooking show where he cooks stuff along with you guys while he's talking reality television. Now, wait, I'm confused because you're saying you're not going to post the recipe ahead of time?
There's no recipe. It's my mom's recipe.
Well, you have to get the recipe for the people that want to cook along.
I don't know. I've never had a recipe. No, look up Indian tacos. There's this thing. It's called the internet. It's got the whole world in front of you.
Yeah, but the people want to cook it with you.
Look up the recipe. I'll find out the closest recipe I can.
Find the closest recipe. Remember how when you asked the people what they wanted and now you're like, fuck you with what you want?
And then now I'm not going to plate it because of that attitude.
You literally asked everyone what they want is the number one thing they want.
Keep it up and I'm not going to have any talking points. Just kidding.
And by the way, a pepper with meat in it is not a taco.
It's taco stuffed pepper. And it was delicious. Oh my gosh.
I don't appreciate you calling a pepper a taco.
Indian tacos, no such thing. Ask any Indians. You're asking one. Hi.
Oh God, he's Indian now.
I'll show you my ID. My registered ID, yo.
My favorite part was when you were doing the cooking show and then mentioned how you were part Italian. And I was like, oh God, he just added another nationality. Anyway, I think we have to wrap this show up now.
Wrap it up.
We have to rippity wrap this show up. Thank you guys all for watching. We hope you had fun. I will see you guys when the feeds go down tomorrow and the next day and the next day. John will be back on Monday for a spoiler show. Tuesday will be his cooking show. Next week premieres Drag Race. We are figuring that out. When New York, bravo. When New York starts, I'll bring back audio blogs for all of them when New York starts. We will see you guys all later. Become a patron if you want to help support our shows and get us to the backyard, or one-time donation on PayPal. We'll see you guys all later. Bye for now, everybody. Bye.